This is question 28 on problem solving from the 2014 BMAT. So we're given a picture of a net of a hexagonal package, and this is its outer surface, with the inner surface being painted black, and these shapes in the side represent windows. And so which of these options could be a side view of the package when it's assembled? So where should we start? Well, it'll probably help us visualize this if we could do a 3D sketch of this package when it's assembled. So we know it's going to be some sort of hexagonal prism, like so, where the dotted lines indicate the edges that we can't actually see because they're at the back. Now, whereabouts would the windows be? So if we keep this diamond at the front, that would be there. It would have a rectangle on its side to its right. Then after that, this triangle on its side, then a square at the back. And on the other side of the diamond, we have this rectangle going vertically, then this triangle on its base. Now, it might not be obvious where these images come from. So we've got the windows that we have here, but they've got this black fill in parts of them. And where does that come from? So we're told that the inner surface is black. So if this is a side view, then we're looking through two of the windows, and we're seeing through two more at the back. But the bits that we can't see through are black because we're seeing the inside of the package. So if we start by going through each one in turn and see if it makes sense. Now, if we're looking through this triangular and square windows, then where are we looking from in this image? So our triangle on its side is there and the square is there. So we're looking through like this. So if we're seeing through the square, then through this rectangle, then what would this look like as a side view? Well, our rectangle, as you can see, would be like this, and we wouldn't be able to see through the rectangle on these bits. That's why they're black, because we're seeing the inside of the package. Then what about looking through the triangle to see the diamond? Well, if we draw on our shapes, where the green indicates the windows at the back, you can see that the corners seem to match up. So we'll be able to see through all of this bit, because it's a shared space by both windows. But in this part of our triangular window, we can't see through the diamond window, and that's why it's black. So it looks like they both match up. So it looks like we have our correct side view, but let's check the rest and see why they're wrong. So what about this one? Which window are we looking through? We have a square next to a triangle on its base, and so these two are here. So we're looking through these two, which will be at the front, and then we're seeing through these two at the back. So let's sketch on our back shapes onto these side views. So we're looking through a triangle into a diamond, and we're looking through the square into a rectangle on its side. And so if they look like this, do our black shadings match up? Well, on the rectangle, you can see that we'd see through this shared space between both windows, but because of the size of the rectangle, we won't be able to see through these bits at the back, and that's why they're black. Now what about this? So the shared space between the triangle and the diamond would be more like this, and it doesn't make sense that we have these side bits shaded in black. It looks like the triangle here is in front of this sort of rectangle, which you know is wrong. So that's why this one is wrong. Now what about this third one? So we're looking through a diamond next to a rectangle on its side, and so these two are here. If we're looking through these two at the front, then these two will be at the back. Now let's sketch our shapes at the back on. So we have the triangle behind the diamond, then this square behind the rectangle. And so what do we think? Well, clearly the shapes don't match up. We have this more square-like shape in the background of the diamond, and we have this triangular shape in the background of the rectangle. So these are the wrong way around. Now what about this one? So we're looking through the rectangle on its base, then this diamond, and so these two are here at the front, then therefore these two will be at the back. So let's sketch our windows at the back. We have the triangle on its side behind the diamond, then a square behind the rectangle. Do the shapes match up? Well, clearly not. We have this strange triangular shape behind the rectangle and this rectangular shape behind the diamond, rather than the shapes that we have here. So again, this one is wrong. Now finally, what about this? We have a rectangle on its side next to a triangle on its base. And where is that in this image? Well, the triangle is actually opposite the rectangle, and so there's no possible way of getting a side view that looks like this. So we can say this one is wrong straight away. Now, our final answer is that this one is the only one that can be a correct side view, and this corresponds to answer A.